Hello viewers, I'm Advocate Kian Rawat. Today I'm gonna talk about the topic Order 21 of CPC, which tells about execution. So, introduction. The litigation consists of three stages. First one is initiation of litigation. Second one is adjudication of litigation, and third one is implementation of litigation. The last stage of litigation, that is the implementation of litigation, is known as execution. Once a decree or judgment is passed by the court, it is the obligation of the person against whom the judgment is passed, judgment debtor, uh, if the decree judgment debtor is the one in which the decree has been passed, to give effect to the decree so as to enable the decree holder to enjoy the benefits of the judgment by execution. A judgment debtor is compelled to carry out the mandate of the decree or order. Execution implies giving effect to an order or judgment of a court of justice when the decree holder gets the thing granted to him by judgment, decree or order. The execution is complete. So, what is the meaning, nature and scope of the execution? The term execution is not defined in the CPC. The term execution means implementing or enforcing or giving effect to an order or a judgment passed by the court of justice. In simple words, execution means the process of ensuring or enforcing or giving effect to the decree or judgment of the court by compelling the judgment debtor to carry out the mandate of the decree or order and enable the decree holder to recover the things granted to him by the judgment. So, I'll tell you execution proceedings under CPC. In Ghanshyam Das versus Anant Kumar Sinha, here I am giving the reference of one case. With the reference of that case, I'll let you know what is it all about. So, in Ghanshyam Das versus Anant Kumar Sinha, the Supreme Court dealt with the provision of the code relating to the execution of orders and decree and stated that the code contains elaborate provisions which deals with the questions regarding executability of a decree in all aspects. So, the court further observed that numerous provisions of Order 21 take care of various situations providing effective remedies to the judgment debtors, decree holder and claimant objectors. In the case where provisions are not capable of giving relief, inadequate measures and appropriate time to an aggrieved party, then filing a regular suit in the civil court is the solution. A court further explained that the judicial quality of the remedy under Civil Procedure Code is considered to be superior as compared to the statute. Therefore, judges are expected to do better as they are entrusted with the administration of justice. Now, courts which can execute decree. Section 38 of CPC states that a decree can be executed either by the court of the first instance or by the court which it had to be sent for the execution. Now, Section 37 of the Code of Civil Procedure further establishes the scope of the expression court which passed a decree with the object of enabling a decree holder to recover the fruits of the decree. The court which fall within the said expressions are as follows. The court of first instance. The court of first instance means the suit filed in the first court, that is the court of first instance, where the suit has filed for the very first time. The court which actually passed the decree in case of the appellate decree. Third one is the court which has jurisdiction to try the suit at the time of execution if the court of first instance ceased to exist. Fourth one is the court which at the time of execution had jurisdiction to try the suit if the court of first instance has ceased to have jurisdiction to execute the decree. Now this is all about the Order 21 under CPC. I hope you are getting all the points clearly. If in case you have any question or any query, do comment in the comment section given below. In the next video, I'm going to talk about transfer of decree of execution, and furthermore, I'll let you know about the Order 21 execution of CPC. Thank you.